All right. Today we're going to go deeper into the simple but yet difficult concept of shifting. So, JD's been kind enough to help me out with this video. He's a new student that we have here, and he's just getting into shifting himself, so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to go deeper into shifting, what you're trying to develop with this. So, like with anything else, footwork-wise, everything is based on your Ichi Kimima, just understanding where that center of gravity is, and ultimately how to control that center of gravity at all times. So you are not in control of that center of gravity when the situation happens, whether you're chi-sawing or the God forbid self-defense situation is happening. Without that center of gravity control, you will not make anything else function. So we're going to get into Ichi Kimima. Good. Just do a simple 4-step process. Cross the arms, circle, pull back, and then knees roll hips forward, opening up on the heels and opening up on the balls of the feet. Just come up just a little bit. Good. Now, when you're in Ichi Kimima, it's critical during the development stages. You know, it's going to be like anything else. You have to learn what it is at first, and then try to hopefully be able to make that more and more consistent. But where your center of gravity is, because if that center of gravity is off during the shifting, it's ultimately going to be off during every other footwork you do. Because in true application, there's a 99.99% chance that you're never going to just shift in true application. Again, you can never say never about anything, but in the most likely in self-defense situation, your body's going to be moving forward, backwards, laterally, maybe even up, down, depending on what you're doing and how you're adjusting to the situation. And it's all, again, based on your control of the center of gravity. And how are you learning to do that within all the other footwork? Because the shifting that you do is the mother motion for all other footwork that you do. That's why shifting is so critical from a developmental standpoint. Can you control your center of gravity within just a simple drill of shifting it, simple 45-degree angles, and then making it bigger on that full 180-degree shift? But we're just going to do the first step of the 45-degree angle shift. So, when you're here, there's a few things to remember. One, where is your center of gravity? That's first and foremost. Is the center of gravity from hip to head in the center of the foot? You don't want to feel that you're on the heel of the foot. You don't want to feel that you're on the ball of the foot here, where my toes are kind of like flexing forward too much. So with that, then with the knees naturally bent, the hips naturally roll forward. I don't want to push the hips forward. Again, my hips should be naturally rolled forward. So my back is straight. I push forward, now my back is leaning backward like that. Again, I'm throwing off my center of gravity if I'm doing it that way. You do not want to develop your Ichi Kimima, nor your shifting, nor any other future footwork that you do with your center of gravity tilting backwards like that, with your body tilting backwards like that. So, the body is nice and straight. The body weight itself is in the center of the foot. Now, with that, you want to start to look at the legs now. Are my knees naturally bent? It's the knees that are going to control if you're in the center of the foot or not. Meaning that if I'm here and now I feel my body weight on my heels and my feet, then with my knees, I naturally go forward and down with that. Just a little bit. I don't want to sink down too much into that because now my knees are going to be pinching in. It's going to put too much pressure on my knees. I'm always looking for that balance of too much or too little. So I don't want to go over it too much, and I don't want to be too straight-legged with that. Just a natural, what we call V-shape of the leg, with your both legs being equal tension. I don't want to have one leg being too loose and one leg being too tight. Because when I do go to shift, I do not want my body weight shifting from one leg to the other. And I'm going like this. Because, again, remember, everything we do in Wing Chun is based on the natural human body process. Would you ever naturally walk when you're going this way to this way, to this way? You know, or would it come in this way? No. Unless, God forbid, you've got some type of handicap, you would never do that. So why would you want to develop something that is not natural for the body to do? So we always want to have a natural, balanced tension on both of our legs. I never want to have one leg tighter or looser than the other. And we need to have a balanced tension. So, now that you've got that, when you are shifting, you do not want to bounce when you're going up and down to shifting. I'm learning to maintain even tension from my legs to my body, and even here within my arms. So this tension is all equal. I don't want to have looser tension in any part of my arms, my body, or my legs. Natural overall tension. So how do I help develop that natural overall tension? This to me is a big binding agent to help create the balance of relaxation and control. And that word to me is focus. If I were to say to JD, hey, get ready to catch the ball, his natural reaction would probably be like, all right, hey, I'm ready to catch the ball. Again, I'm focused at where I believe the target is, but I'm not too tight, like, oh, I'm ready to catch the ball this way, or I'm not too loose, where the ball would come in and just hit me in the chest or the face or something like that. That focus, to me, is a big key to develop that balance. So, with that, and now I'm going to get into the shifting part, I always want to have that concept of target. The target will help me develop the focus. So if I'm going to shift 45 degrees to my right, he's going to pick an object. Now, focusing on the left leg is going to push, but here's the key. I'm going to push with the left leg, but I need to have a balanced tension with both legs. So I don't want to push with the left leg and then let this come over. Have a balanced tension, and like I'm taking a step, I swear to God, to me it feels like I'm just taking a step. I have a balanced tension, and I push. So this way here. So both my legs are pushing. Now from here, I'm going to shift to my left. Now my right leg, I have a balanced tension, pushing. Good. The key is to have the balanced tension right here. I want to be flat-footed, so let's say if JD is going to shift to his right. Good. So he's pushing with the right leg. I have a balanced tension. Good. He can control it. And you notice it's good. You can see his feet here are flat. If you're shifting and your feet are coming up onto your heels, again, that means your body weight is now traveling backwards. It's easier to get pushed over or pushed backwards that way. If I just do a simple test right here, see, you can feel a simple body connection of when I press here, and it feels down to his body, down to his legs, alternately supported by the ground. So let's say like if he's back on his heels this way just a little bit, and see how his toes are coming up? Yeah, see how you see there's the pushing backwards? If your body weight is centered correctly, you'll have that kinetic chain of point of contact down through the whole support of the structure. So now he's going to have the target going to his left, pushing with the right leg. He's going to step. Yeah, but again, have that balanced tension between the two legs. Also, you want to make sure the feet are parallel. I don't want to have one foot turned over or one foot, underturned one way or the other. I don't want to be like cantilever like this. Again, the feet should be parallel to one another. And every time that you shift, it should feel exactly like you're in Ichi Kimimana. That's why Ichi Kimimana is the primer. It's that pattern, that feel that you want to understand. When you're in Ichi Kimimana, everything else that you do footwork-wise should feel the same. So you find your stability in Ichi Kimimana, where that we call a 0 point, that balance point is, and then once you understand that, then you can feel like, oh, wait, I'm off balance, and all you're doing is going back on to your balance point every time. All right, hope this helps. Thanks.